Generations of Americans have responded with a simple creed that sums up the spirit of a people. Yes, we cook.
Here live from the international competition of pot pie baking with Mark, the Thriller. Let's make some pie crust.
Are you ready?
I'm very ready.
Alright, let's get to this. We want to get a little bit of salt, okay? Probably about, for every 2 cups of flour, you want to do about a teaspoon and a half of salt. For every 2 cups of flour, about 3/4 cup of Crisco. We're just going to mix this together a little bit, you know, and then here's the fun part. Actually, have you washed your hands? The washing your hands part is key because we're about to dig in here. Because you doing this with the spoon, you're not just going to get enough crumble. It's got to be, the flour's really got to be layered in with the Crisco. So you're actually going to dig your hands in here.
Okay.
And mush it together so that it starts to really mix in there. Go ahead, give it a shot.
Can I get on your apron a little bit?
Yeah, dry it up because otherwise it's going to stick to your hands.
Yeah, baby.
Woohoo! Go ahead.
Oh, no.
And just kind of just mix it in there, get your hands in and just get it into little clumps.
Oh, I'm supposed to win money for doing stuff like this.
And then the other thing we're going to do while you're doing that is we're going to add some milk in and we're going to turn it into 2 balls. Now because you're doing this in a really deep dish pan rather than a traditional pie pan, you're going to want one really big ball and one little small ball.
Okay.
Okay? Because the small ball is going to be for the top. The big ball is going to be for the... So now we just want to slide this down a little bit.
Right.
Okay? And you're just going to pour some milk right in there. Okay? And I'm going to make the... Oop, there we go. And I'm going to make here the big ball. Alright? And then you're just going to pull it out and turn it into a ball.
Okay. You know what I am, Mark? I'm a pie crust warrior.
Are you ready for the Pie Crust Olympics and the Pot Pie Olympics?
I was born ready.
It's a good ball of pie crust right there. Okay, we're going to set that aside.
Can I make the small one?
You can absolutely make the small one.
More milk in there.
Okay. Go ahead and get that in there. Maybe a little. Well,
definitely not. Oh, now it's cold.
Oh, that was too much though.
Now it's cold also.
There you go.
Oh.
Kind of squirted.
It's a squirter. We got a squirter.
There you go.
And
there you go. That's a good sized little ball. Okay, so we got a big ball and a little ball.
Okay. Are we gonna stack them and then?
We'll play with them later.
Carrots for the nose.
Exactly. Something
That's
like
what
that.
I would do.
You want to do that?
Yeah. Yeah. Look at that.
There we go. We got the start of a little
cute as
pie.
a button.
Okay, then the next thing we do is take our wax paper, which we've laid out here, 2 nice sheets of wax paper. We're just going to layer some flour real nice. This keeps the pie crust, as we roll it out, from sticking to the wax paper. Now we're going to start with our big ball. Okay, and we're going to mash them down. So get a little flour on your rolling pin as well. Okay, and then you're just going to roll this guy out, okay, into a nice, flat circle.
And now our goal with this is the bottom one. This is going to cover the entire bottom of the pot and also the sides. Is that right?
Exactly right.
Okay.
So we hope we've got a big enough crust here to make that happen.
But you definitely want to roll out something a lot larger than just the size of your pot.
Exactly. And you don't want it too thin because you want it to stick together. So we're going to see how this goes. And so what you do is you take your bottom sheet, right?
Right.
Put your hand here and just flip it over and hope that it rolls off nicely. Okay? There you go. So it's a little bit sticky. I should have put a little more flour down. And you put this guy here, and you kind of roll this guy up off the... Okay? Hope it stays down. It's a little bit sticky here. That's all right. And then just throw it on down in here.
I see.
Around the sides. Now this is obviously with a pie, regular pie tin, this is a lot easier because it's much flatter.
Right. And
the sides aren't quite so tall. So we're kind of brutally murdering this thing.
Yeah, this is a battle.
This is a battle.
It's not fun.
No. Crust isn't really that important, at least the bottom of it, right? So we're just getting it down in there so it's all together. And you want to roll out this guy?
I would love to do that.
Roll out this guy? Okay. So go ahead and grab your rolling pin and roll him out. And he's going to be the top here.
When the moon hits you,
I'm just going to stir this guy back here, keep him simmering.
Mark?
Yo.
No, this is not working.
What's not working?
How do you roll it?
Oh. Well, stop for a second. Remember, we forgot one crucial important part. You know what that was?
What?
Put some flour on the rolling pin, too.
Oh.
Right, try that again.
Okay.
No, you're pushing down too hard, right?
Okay.
That's the other problem. You're pushing down way too hard.
Alright, here, you take it back there.
So, it's got to be a light touch on the rolling pin, right? Very light, and it'll roll. And just keep going back and forth and kind of turn it into a circle. Try that.
Last time I did this was in ceramics class.
You were pushing really hard. You don't have to push hard.
And I'm trying to get it evened out.
Yep. So now the best motion is just kind of back and forth.
Back and forth.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
And then just rotate and do a little bit that direction. You don't have to do just a 1 or 2.
Oh my God!
There goes the peas.
There goes the peas. Premature. It's an ancient tradition in my family. Before your 13th birthday, you roll your first pie crust. My family's very strange. We're from New York, but this is something we do. It doesn't make sense.
Okay. Okay, so we're getting ready to make the pan smell nice for its date with the brisket.
Wow.
Okay? So we're going to be throwing in some spicy things.
Okay.
And some smelly good stuff.
All right.
So some garlic, some ginger, remember the curry powder, and eventually some cinnamon sticks.
Right.
Right here, along with some broth, some flour, and some carrots and potatoes, all right?
Okay.
So why don't you go ahead and start throwing some stuff in. We're going to do this, for only about 2 minutes. And then we're also going to add about 3 tablespoons of the flour.
Now what does the flour do to this?
It just thickens everything up, so it makes it nice and ready for the broth. And we'll pretend like I didn't just do 6 tablespoons of flour into there.
Wait, was that a mistake?
Yeah.
Put in too much flour?
Mm-hmm. I did, but we'll survive. We're going to counteract that by putting a little extra broth in.
Okay.
Alright. If we can get this broth open. There we go.
See?
There you go. So we're going to dump this broth in there. Okay. And actually, if you want to throw in those cinnamon sticks while you're at it.
Do I have to crunch them up or anything? What do I do with them? I don't even know what cinnamon
just
sticks are.
Just throw in the cinnamon sticks, just like that.
Are these pieces of wood? Is this a kind of wood?
I
don't know what these are.
We're going to bring this up now to a pretty high temperature, okay, because we want to get this going nicely. We're also going to throw in, again, our cup of carrots and our cup of potatoes.
I don't have to chop these cinnamon sticks up, though, right?
Nope. Well, we're going to take them out eventually. But for now, they're going to infuse this sauce, this pot pie, with some delicious flavor. This is going to cook for about 20 minutes. Slide this right in here. Okay. Okay. We're going to turn it down just a little bit. Okay, we're going to throw in the tomatoes. Alright. And here, you want to toss in the parsley?
Sure.
Okay. And then we're going to do just about half a cup of delicious golden raisins. Okay? So just keep stirring all that together. You see how it's thickening up nicely? That's the flour. Okay, and I'm just going to throw in about half a cup of golden raisins.
It looks terrific. And it smells good, too.
Then we're going to add the chutney. Okay? And we're doing just about 2 tablespoons of mango chutney here. And we're going to add some delicious black pepper to that mix. And the other thing we're going to do while this is going is we're going to start the oven, and get it up to start preheating at 350.
Okay, so I'm going to take the cinnamon sticks out, set them aside for later. I will also pretend that they're cigars.
Yes.
And I'm going to take this. Oh my God.
You alright?
This is a test
Alright.
of my fortitude.
The Pie Warrior is out of shape, apparently.
Pie Warrior has no endurance.
Right.
Look how good I am at spooning, too.
So
we've established I'm good at pouring and stirring and chopping and spooning.
Right.
All the stuff that children can do. So can the Pie Warrior.
And so can anybody who's trying to make this delicious food.
Yeah, this has not been particularly difficult, and it looks great.
And I would stop, that's enough. Right?
Okay.
So now your chance is, remember, you rolled out the little small guy, right?
Yeah.
So your task now is to put him over the top.
Oh, gosh.
And we're going to get a knife here, and just kind of run it under the edges there.
Okay.
To make it lift up. There we go. Now that should make it lift out just a lot easier. Good? Just lay half out, perfect, and then just flip the other half over. And you pull that maybe back out a loop. That's alright. Try and get it up to the edge. That's alright. What do you do? You take this guy.
I can cut this around, yeah.
And just cut around it. Go ahead. Remember, you roll this out a little bit thin. A
little bit
that's
thin,
alright.
yeah.
And then just flip it over and just make it nice. We're not interested in pretty. Remember, we're warriors here.
Right.
Warriors, come out to play.
That's exactly what I thought of.
You, my friend, have made a pot pie.
Well,
in it goes.
Into the middle of the oven.
Yes, it will. So it will bake evenly.
This has been the Pot Pie Olympics, starring Mark and John the Pie Warriors signing off.
Yes, we
cook.